Thanks, Joe. What's up, Stockton? How you guys doing tonight? Stockton was just rated by Forbes as a better place to live than Modesto.
Yeah.
And Vallejo. That's like an amusement park. That is, I guess the amusement park here is Survive. But you know, actually, I've never been to this part of Stockton. This is actually really nice. I'm kind of glad to be here. I came here willingly, and this is awesome. I'm really excited. So my name's Mark, and you guys are looking at me, and I know exactly what you're thinking. Okay, this guy looks young and recognizable. Where have I seen him before? Well, have you guys seen a show called To Catch a Predator? You guys can catch me there this Saturday for 3 beers and a Jell-O shot, because I'm a cheap date. But I'm 21 years old, and I've noticed that as I'm getting older, I don't look any older, I just look more tired. Like a 4th grader that's been studying all night for the spelling bee. Okay, that wasn't that funny, I'll admit. But it brings a point. I look very young, and I tried growing out my beard earlier this week, but I decided to shave it off when I passed by a woman and her husband, and as I passed by them, the woman turned to her husband and said, "See, that's why I make our kids drink organic milk. They don't need all the extra hormones, honey. It's worth it to go to Whole Foods." It's not fun. Actually, it is really fun. I'm just going to go ahead and put this up here. Where the hell was I going with that? Oh yeah, I also kind of look like a girl. It's just something I've had to come to terms with. It's okay. And one of my friends asked me recently, "Mark, are you ever going to grow into a man's body?" I think the correct answer is no. That's never going to happen. I have way more in common with being a woman. For example, number 1, I can fit in size 00 pants. Number 2, I pee while sitting. And number 3, I don't like anal. One of these things is not like the others. You'll figure it out on the way home. I'm seeing this new girl now, and we got on that conversation of, well, what attracted you to me when you first saw me? And, you know, why did you want to talk to me? And she told me, well, you look androgynous. What the fuck does that mean? Do I have some sort of sexy alien disease? No. No, that just means you look like a guy that also looks like a girl. Like, okay, that's insulting, because you basically just called me Justin Bieber. That's basically like saying, I like you because you look like a flower. I don't know what kind you are, but I'm a hungry bee looking for some nectar. And I like drinking too. Everybody drinking tonight, getting a little tipsy? Woo! One thing I don't like drinking, however, is Budweiser, because that's a beer full of lies. Just their slogan alone, the king of beers, that's a lie. They should really change that slogan to market to their real marketing people. Audience, whatever. Anyway. Budweiser, because your welfare check hasn't come in the mail. Budweiser, perfect for that trailer warming party. Budweiser, it's easier than brushing your teeth. Budweiser, because they were out of Pabst Blue Ribbon. And finally, Budweiser, because domestic abuse doesn't have to be expensive. These are just truths, people. It's okay to laugh at them. And I saw a commercial for Jose Cuervo the other day, and it was the coolest commercial ever. These people were getting blasted on Jose Cuervo, having the greatest party of their life, and at the end it said, Jose Cuervo, drink responsibly. And I was like, okay, Jose Cuervo, pick one or the other. You can't tell me to drink you and be responsible. I have never had a shot of Jose Cuervo and gone, woo! It's time to donate to some charities. Maybe even file my taxes early this year and even think about being an organ donor. But they probably don't want my liver. Or maybe they do. It's like twice the size of a normal liver. That thing works overtime. Or maybe cirrhosis is the real answer. I don't know. And I do drink a lot. I very much enjoy drinking. I like drinking so much that I created my own drinking game. It's pretty fun. It's called driving. My favorite. Basic rules, drink as much as you can, don't get pulled over. But my favorite part about that game is playing expert mode, where you're so drunk, you have to put one hand over your eye, so you're seeing double instead of quadruple. But that's not going to stop you, because it's 3 a.m., and you're on a mission to get some Jack in the Box. And you're so drunk, you're not even sure if you have your wallet, if you can speak without slurring, or if you're sober enough to differentiate your driver's license and your medical marijuana card. But you've played this game before, so you pull up to that drive-thru and as luck would have it, a cop pulls up behind you. Oh no! Now you have to make that hard decision. Do I pretend like I forgot my wallet and just leave, or do I drunkenly announce my order and arouse suspicion? But nobody's ever gone home from Jack in the Box at 3 in the morning empty-handed. So you turn to that menu and say, 16 tacos, please. I've played this game before. I have 947. I did the math. And then you realize you're still at the first menu? It's horrible. Okay, I shouldn't encourage anybody to play this game. But, because right now, well, first of all, right now, you're never going to get the high scores. Because right now, the high score is Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan, and I'm tied in third with Mel Gibson. And I think he'd be pissed that a Jew is tied with him in the world. Seriously. And I don't want to encourage the act of drinking and driving. I think we can all agree that drinking and driving is a horrible thing to do. But can't we all also agree that there's some of those emergency situations where it's okay to drink and drive? Like when you leave the bar and realize, well, my car's gonna get towed if I don't drive it. No, okay, that's not an emergency enough. What about when I'm drinking at home, though, and I run out of booze? What am I supposed to do? Not drive to the store and continue this drunken debauchery? Excuse me, but the last time I checked, I live in America. Yeah, America. You can drink and drive as long as you know the back roads. It's pretty awesome. Actually, my other favorite thing about alcohol is it also works as a truth serum. Like, I was at this party, and random girl, never met her in my life, walks up to me and just says, "What do you think of me?" And I'm at that brutally honest drunk stage, so I just look at her in the face and say, "I think your tits describe you perfectly. Fake." That got evil fast. Really fast. But I go to a lot of parties to drink too, and last week my friend asked me to be his wingman, which is a challenge when your friend is the stupidest person on the planet. Let me just explain to you. Before that night, he sent me a text saying, "Hey man, I think this chick wants my nuts." I was like, okay, well, how do you know? You know, there were telltale signs. You always know. He said, she sent me a text. She said, hey, but she spelled hey with 2 Y's. She wants my dick. Dude, my little sister texted me hey with 2 Y's, and it's not because she wants me. It's because she's in 3rd grade. But every once in a while, I'll text him hey with like 5 Y's just to fuck with him. Dude, I can't hang out tonight. Why? I've got booze in the blood. We'll have fun. Don't be scared. Anyway, so we go to this party, and he drank way too much, way too fast. Rookie mistake. And he comes up to me. He's like, dude, I gotta throw up. I'm like, all right, man. Well, here's the bathroom. Just whatever you do, don't lock the door, because I need to make sure you're okay. First thing he does as soon as he gets in the bathroom, locks the door. Now I have to be the awesome friend that's standing outside the door for half an hour, listening to him throw up to make sure that he's not dead. And after 30 minutes, I finally hear, shit. Somebody hand me a screwdriver. And somebody handed me a glass full of vodka and orange juice. Yeah, like this is gonna get the door open. So 3 screwdrivers later, I found a flathead. I'm a really good friend. Anyway, so I pop that door open and I look inside and I'm mortified. Because there's my buddy, passed out in his own vomit, with his shirt pulled all the way over his head, and his pants and underwear down at his ankles. I felt so bad. Because his shoes were still on. Holy shit, somebody hand me a pen? Dude, that's fucked up. You can't draw dicks on a guy whose dick is already hanging out. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So I just drew a giant vagina on his face. He came out of that bathroom in the morning. Dude, you're not gonna believe what happened. You don't need to be such a pussy about it. Dude, no, I'm serious. Okay, I'm more concerned that you're getting wet while talking to me. Like I said earlier, I'm Jewish, and in fact, I'm so Jewish that I'm always banker in Monopoly. I'm Jewish and I like to smoke weed, which is weird because normally Jews don't like to get baked. My family died so I can make that joke. That's so bad. And so the Pope retired yesterday officially, right? The Pope's retired. That's interesting. So as a Jew, I've never really known much about the Pope, so I decided to do a little bit of research into the Pope, and I found out that when the Pope gets elected to be the Pope, he gets to pick his own name. And I was surprised that our previous Pope picked Pope Benedict XVI. Like, really, Pope? You couldn't have thought of any better Pope names? I thought of way better names. How about the Incredible Pope? The Popinator. If you wanted to be a movie-style Pope, he could be Francis Ford Coppola. And if you wanted to be a rapper Pope, he could be the Notorious P.O.P.E. And I thought finally he could have been Pope, my hat's bigger than yours, suck it! Which is a ridiculous thing to say. The Pope would never say suck it, unless it was to an altar boy. Hey, if the Pope opened up a restaurant, do you think kids would get in for free? All adults must be accompanied by a child, and you get a free glass of wine with every kid's meal. And then, actually divulging further into learning about the Pope, I found out that he has a Twitter. The Pope has his Twitter. What the hell?